Hey everybody, it's Scott O'Mato back for episode 8 of my Pyrotech Let's Play. And guys, in this one we're going to try to get the bloomery made, and we're going to try to automate the stone kiln a little bit to start to get some of these items produced. So I have the recipe here for the refractory clay that we want to make. All right, so let's go ahead and make that. All right, and so it makes 20 of the refractory clay. All right, so with that, basically we make these lumps of refractory clay, and it'll make 80 of those. All right, and then with those we make the unfired refractory bricks. All right, so 2 of them for each one, so that'll give us 40 of those. All right, and so 40 should be enough for 10 of the masonry bricks, because it's 4 for each one. But we have to do 5 different burns for this, because we can only do 8 at a time in the kiln, in this level of kiln. So that's a thing that we have to watch for. So we're going to want to automate it a bit. All right, so we've been using this bellows, which let's look and see if we maybe want to make another bellows, what that takes. A couple leather, some boards, masonry bricks. How many do I have? I have 12, so that would be enough for 2 right here. And then do I have enough left? I may want to watch this. Let's hold off on that for now, because I definitely don't want to have to do another burn. Let's wait on that, because we can always move the other one if we need to. But I'm just trying to look ahead. All right, so we want to produce these mechanical hoppers. All right, so I've done a burn over here, a pit burn, charcoal, and got the wood tar and made these tar planks. All right, so we have 8 tarred planks. All right, and then we should get the charcoal out of here quickly and get what we need from that, because we'll need the fuel. All right, so let's grab all the stuff from there. Got some flint, I see. That's a good thing about using gravel. The bad thing is that you can't keep it in place. You have to mine the whole thing all the time. It's not a floating block, so that's the only bad side. So let me put up these rocks that I don't need in my inventory, because you do get a lot of rocks from it. So let's see, I got gravel, which I'll put up, but we'll probably use, should have some gravel right here. Something's walking. Flint. We need to sometimes make flint pieces. You can do it with that. You need to hammer them. But let's see, we've got almost 2 stacks of charcoal flakes. So one thing we want to do is process these into blocks using this compacting bin. All right, so I can put those in there. What is walking around? Is it a cow? Sounds kind of heavy. But it takes 72 of them to make a charcoal block. That. Okay. So that will make us a block of charcoal. All right, and we've got 43 left in there. Guess I'm standing on the thing. So I'll pull those out for now. We don't have enough to make another one, so I'm going to put them up for the moment. All right, so that gives us a block of charcoal, and then we have charcoal here, which we can also use in the compacting bin to make blocks of charcoal with 9 of those. All right, so let's just make like 3 blocks or something. Yeah, well, let's just make a few. Yeah, that's 2 blocks. All right, that'll work. And then we'll pull out the rest. Okay, so that gives us 3 blocks of charcoal. So fuel is a thing that we have to be concerned about now. So let's look at the mechanical hopper. All right, and what we need to do for it. So basically 2 tarred planks, 3 masonry bricks, and a stone rod. And see, so I'm wanting to actually truly make 2 of these, so I don't really have the bricks to do another one of the hopper things right now, and that's fine. I'll just carry it. Now stone rods, I have 1 somewhere right here, and you just make those with a masonry brick, and you get 4 of them. So yeah, I definitely want to conserve my masonry bricks. That's with a axe. Okay, so that anvil broke. That's fine. We can make another one. In fact, just looking ahead, we'll go ahead and make 2 of them. So here and here, you have an empty hand. All right. So the polished diorite, just make 2, and here. Okay, so that'll make 2 of those guys. Again, it's good to do, multiple burns to keep your materials stocked up so it's not in a pinch. All right, so there we go. So let's put that guy back down. And we were making, were we able to make it? No. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, so that'll make our stone rods. I guess it did actually make them. That's okay. All right, so I think 1 goes in the middle. And really, we'd like to try to get 2. Let's try that. And so put a Y shape. I think it was here too. Now let's check the recipe. Oh, it's the leather. Okay, so 2 of the tarred planks. All right, this should get it. Okay, so we have 2 of the mechanical hoppers now. Okay, so we need to make gears or cogs. I always call them gears, but they're cogs. So we want to either make the flint, which has, see, the mechanical hopper's got listings to it. So our mechanical hopper, it'll pull 8 items at a time. If you use it on the compactor, then it'll, I guess, fill it by 25% at a time. I'm guessing that's what that means. Mechanical mulcher, it'll speed it up and it'll do the area of effect. So here's 5x5 for these, 7x7 for iron, 1x1 for things. So you can see that each one has a increasing value. The golds are crap, as all gold stuff is. But we'll make a flint one, I assume, 2 of them if we can. So we need 16 flint. I have 4. Let's actually make more than that. So I've got flint here. Let's grab that. We have to do it on here, and each one will give us 3, I think, or something. Let's see, 7. Yeah, it'll give us 3. All right, 10. I'm going to try for 20. Go down. 16. Let's do 1 more and see if that gets us where we need to be. Okay, so let's go ahead and make these flint cogs. So it's just the stone rods in the middle. So we're going to make 2 of them. All right, and around here. Okay, got that. Okay, so here's the flint cogs, actually. All right, and the mechanical hoppers. So we're going to automate this stone kiln. So it's like a hopper. It could feed from the top. All these machines are like divided into 2 sections, essentially, which is a top section, which is usually where the input recipe item goes. Then the bottom section where the fuel goes. But it can pull out of the bottom section, but it can feed into the top section. You can either do it from the side or from the top. And then you could feed fuel in from the side as well. So it's kind of like a furnace really set up, except it just has these 2 areas. And pretty much all these ones that are automatable are like that. They're 2 sections. All right. So this will work to go into here. but we need to place our gear, right? And so there's a marking on here where the gear goes, and pretty much from any side that you place it, it'll show it. It'll give you a preview of where you're placing it. So then we put the cog. I already say gear. All right. So we're going to dig up under this guy. All right. And put up those rocks for now. All right. And we're going to put an additional mechanical hopper underneath it. But we're going to feed into a crate. All right. Now, we haven't made a crate. Crate is like a storage. It's basically similar to a shelf, like, you know, laying horizontally, essentially. But all right, so I should have what I need for that. Yeah. No, I need to go and get a plank real quick. Okay, I've got one. Okay. So I remembered that wood is about the only block that we can put down and pick back up and get the block itself. So it's good to just store it into the world. If you've got planks and stuff like that, even logs are fine because they have their own storage container. But, you know, planks and stuff, why put them in a shelf? It doesn't make sense. Okay, so our tool is axe. All right. So that gives us this crate. All right. So we're going to use the crate to feed into it. All right. Now, the only problem with this particular setup, I lose every block that I pick up, and that kind of sucks. But we're going to have to do it. So we'll just do it that way and put the crate here. Eventually, most of this floor, until we really get advanced, is going to be gravel, I guess. So we could take our other mechanical hopper now and feed it into there. So it's like a hopper. It'll go into the side. But it needs a cog on it to... I think we can access it. I don't think it really matters. Maybe. Blocker in my way. Yeah, this stupid block's in my way, I think. Let's see if I can put it down now. No. All right. Might be on the front or the back. I don't really know. We'll have to dig out and figure it out. So basically, you know, we have to tear our area up. What is walking? Something is walking. It's got to be down there. I don't want to investigate, but I can hear it in my headphones and it's driving me nuts. So there's a marking wherever. And I just need to figure out where that is. So we can put the cog on it. All right, it's behind it, so it's right there. All right, just whatever. We'll just tear all this out. Doesn't matter. All right, cool. So we got a cobbled granite. Whoopee. And cobblestone. Let's see, put that up. And then I can probably put the flint up. I might need to grab some more. And then the stone rocks and all the stuff. You get a bunch of stuff, you know. So, all right, cool. Got that taken care of. Granite. All right. So these guys, to feed them in, we're going to need to feed them into a one of the these guys, the stashes. All right. So the stash was just 5 planks. Slabs, actually. Let me make those. I have a slab over there, I think, but it's not a big deal. All right, we'll do one more. Okay, so that gives us those. All right, nice. It's a hammer. Okay, so that'll give us a stash because, see, we need an item to feed it in. So it doesn't have any inventory. It doesn't have any GUI or anything like that. So it needs an item on top to feed it in. and then it needs a storage on the outside to feed out of it, right? So now we should be able to take and put our bricks in there. I'm going to eat. Okay. And get those going. And so it'll feed 8 at a time. And you can hear it. It makes a noise when it does that. And again, because it's the flint cog, an important thing to realize about these, like they have a durability, right? So here's a durability. So this wooden cog has 64. It'll do 1 at a time. I think that means it'll do 64 operations. All right, 1 thing at a time. Now this will do 4 at a time, and it's 256, which is 4 times that. I think they basically kind of have the same number of operations that they'll do, like 64 seems to be the thing. So I think this would do 64 things, but it's doing 8 at a time. So it's using 8 durability each time that it does that. I think that's how it works. All right, so it fed those into the top. All right, and then we're going to want to take and put our hopper or our bellows facing into it. All right, and that'll speed it up significantly. So we need to be sure that we can provide enough fuel to do that. All right, so I'll just put all of those in for right now. That's 40 minutes of burn time. You know, we don't need 40 minutes. In fact, I'm not going to. I'm just going to do 1 at a time. I'll probably need to feed it fuel as we go. But once we light this guy, okay, then it'll start burning and it'll tell us how long. It's a 7-minute recipe normally. But if we accelerate it, you can see it basically goes down like 5 at a time. See, it's going down 5 at a time, I think. Maybe sometimes even more. Yeah, so that speeds it up a lot. All right, so we'll be able to get through these, what would normally take 35 minutes if it's a 7-minute, you know, we'll be able to get through it in just a few minutes here. So let me go ahead and do this, guys, and I'll show you when it pulls. Actually, we're almost done with this first one. Maybe I'll just on camera show you the first one. Now, in practicing a little bit, I've seen that writing it down all the way is good, but it slows it down a little bit if you let it stop at the bottom. Just a little bit. It's just kind of a mild thing. But yeah, we've got burn time of 7:18, so we may be able to get through all these. This is going to be the first set right now. So you heard the mechanical hopper. You see the items go in down there into the crate. So we've got the refractory bricks. We've got a pottery fragment and a pottery shard. All right, so that's a good thing about the crate rather than the stash, is that it gets multiple items. But see, now our recipe time is down below what our burn is. So we'll need to put more in here. We only did 1, so I probably will need to use at least all 3 of the charcoal blocks to get this done. We'll test and see. But I'm about through the second one now. All right, so our fuel's out. It does keep it setting. So let's go ahead and light that back up. I don't think there's any disadvantage to letting it run out of fuel beside, you know, durability on the bow drill. So there's our second one. We got an ash from there too, because it went out. Okay, guys, so we finished the burn there. Fortunately, we're wasting about 2 minutes of coal or charcoal, but that just happens. So I did use up the 3 blocks. I probably could have fed in charcoal by itself, you know, to make up for that, but you know, that's fine. So basically, it was less than 5 minutes, pretty much, that we got that done. That's not too bad at all. But again, you know, we wasted some of the burn. So we got 37 of the blocks, so we lost 3 of them. But that's going to be enough to make what we need. All right, so we're going to go through now, and we're going to make the bloomery. All right, so I'm only going to use the bricks I need, but it's basically 7 of these masonry or of the refractory bricks or blocks. I guess these are the bricks and those are the blocks. All right, so let's go ahead and make that guy. And that will be what we use to process iron. Any metals, really. But the bloomery. All right. So the bloomery, we're going to set up over here. And we're going to put it back in the wall a little bit. And then I'm going to dig out a little spot. Now let's think here, because I would want that to be there. So so right here should be fine. And then we'll dig a little hole in front of it to gather the slag. This thing will output slag, which is hot and dangerous, and it'll output that. So we're going to run a mechanical hopper next to it here. And yeah, that should be fine. So we'll grab this hopper because we don't have another one at the moment. All right. How many masonry bricks did I have? Let's look and see what the bellows was, how many it took. We might have enough. No, that's 8. It takes 9. So no, we don't have enough. All right, that's fine. So we could feed this guy into here. All right, and this lime. Doesn't matter. Okay, and we're gonna basically just set it up, but in the next episode is when we'll process it. All right, so I'm gonna dig into here, 2 back. All right, and we're gonna put the granite anvil right there, and then we need to. Really, we should dig 2 back. Let's do that, because the fire that it outputs can go around. It looks like in like a 3 or a 5 by 5 around it. All right, the fire that it can output to burn you, it can make little fires all around it. So you want to kind of cover that to prevent it from happening as much as possible. And then we're going to get some of these stone slabs that I have. I don't want to use up all the ones that I have, but that's all right. I can do another burn. I think I can pick these guys back up too. And we'll place 2 right there. But I tell you, I have an alternative idea I just had. So we may want to put a trap door. No, let's just put a water source out here. Now let's see. I can't stand in it. You want to be as close to this thing as you can because that's hammer power. Above it doesn't really matter. You know, you're just not going to put fire above it. Yeah, so let's do that. I may want to put a slab right here. See, this thing will catch you on fire. That's the thing. So we want to put some water right there. So let's see. Let me make a water bucket real quick. This one's not going to have enough durability for sure. So let's just do that. I just need 2 more slabs or planks. And a plant fiber. All right, let's do that. And eventually, you know, I'd like to have this in a fully enclosed, nice looking brick type structure. But, you know, bricks is a hard thing to get right now. All right, so let's see. We got to go. We don't have much time with this bucket. So we got to have a clear path to just run down and over here and drop it. So, yeah, we use basically the bucket up. There's 2 durability left. That's not worth much. All right, cool. So, guys, this will set us up for that. Now, I'm probably going to want to put a torch and stuff in here. I'll do this between episodes, light this stuff up, because I'm creating these little holes, and then I'll grab some iron here. We've got iron all along here. So I'll be able to grab some iron and use that for our first burns. But in the next episode, guys, we should get our first iron, and that's what we've been working toward all this time. But these things are pretty cool in automation. You can see the cog and stuff moving. I didn't really show that, but you know, it makes the sound, and so it works like it says, a mechanical hopper. So it's a pretty cool little thing. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. This mod is a lot of fun. It's very grindy, but I think in a good way, in an enjoyable way, that is definitely low-tech primitive devices that are pretty interesting for blacksmithing. And the metalworking stuff is actually pretty cool. So anyway, we'll do that in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed it. This is Scott O'Mato. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.